Is this film for a Singaporean audience?
Wow.
There is only one right answer.
There's a knife behind my back, and I just want to make sure.
It's out.
I'm a Xennial, by the way.
You are Xennial?
Yeah.
What's that?
You don't?
Sorry?
Oh,
See,
look like
you don't know. You are not woke enough, Fauzi.
When cinemas are closing down and everything, my mum saw the news and everything, and then she said, like, your movie's still happening or not?
Why do you think we aren't going out to the cinemas?
Someone said because the popcorn is $20.
Then don't need the popcorn.
I'm a field journalist.
Where's all this self-hate coming from?
I don't know, man. I think I grew up in a very difficult time in the media industry in
Yeah,
Singapore.
you have your own cup.
Yeah.
What's going on, everyone? Thanks a lot for joining me on another episode of the Rishi Report SG60 podcast series. You know the drill. It's typically a show with broken news by broke comedians. Yes, we've had comedians in this studio before. We've had politicians, but what we've not had are filmmakers. And I'm very happy to have first-time feature filmmaker Cheng Chai Hong together with one of his cast members, Fauzi Azzhar, who will be talking to me a little bit about their new film, We Can Save the World. Congratulations to the both of you. We have the director and one of the lead cast members of a new film releasing in theatres in Singapore on the 18th of September called We Can Save the World. At some point, we're going to check out a trailer of that, but welcome to the Rishi Report, guys.
Oh,
Hi,
thank you.
welcome. Thank you for having us.
Tell me a few things, because we are all well aware that the climate of the cinema world in Singapore right now, as we speak, is not very rosy. You were supposed to have your premiere at the projector, which unfortunately announced that they're not going to be continuing operations.
Yeah.
Even more recently, Cathay Cineplexes has announced that they will be wrapping up operations as well.
Yep.
In this climate where all the cinemas are shutting down, you have come out and made a film. I want to know, how does that feel? How does it feel to be swimming against the current upstream right now?
I wish I knew about them closing down. I wish they informed me like 5 years ahead of time so that we would have like made a more informed decision.
Was this 5 years in the making, the film?
No lah.
Okay.
5 years is just the usual kind of thing. What do you see yourself doing in 5 years? Maybe we have 1.5 movies done. But no, 3 years. The movie took around, as of date, my math is not good, but I started writing the script start of 2023.
Okay.
So finished the script around September period, 9 months. Then from that point on, we started, putting the team together, looking for investors, etc. Then by 2024, we started shooting in April.
Talk me through the process here. That you said, okay, you had the script ready, and then you went to investors, and then you only started filming after you had some commitment and some money, I'm guessing.
Yes, correct.
Right? Because you can't, in good conscience.
Yeah, you cannot because you can't. At the end of the day, when you start shooting, I'm sure you also know, since you were from the school of Wee School of Communications
And information.
Information. I'm sorry,
But
we
we are
kids.
not really considered filmmakers. The filmmakers are from the School of Art, Design, Media. We are the...
Do I?
Comms lah.
we are the like, you want to be journalist? Okay. That's why lah. I'm a field journalist.
Yeah, where's all this self-hate coming from?
I don't know, man. I think I grew up in a very difficult time in the media industry in
Yeah,
Singapore.
you have your own cup.
Yeah. Wow, why you just went there?
I have my own cup.
Good job. I'm so
man.
proud of you.
Yeah,
You have your
exactly.
own cup.
We got to cheers.
Cheers. Hey, thanks. Halal.
Yes,
Halal.
No,
Water.
but you brought up a very good point though. The part about when cinemas are closing down and everything. When my mum saw the news and everything, and then she said, like, your movie's still happening or not?
Is your movie still happening?
No, but I respect, like, I love my mom for, the concern and everything, but I told her, yeah, it's still happening. But it is literally what we saw happening as well when we premiered in New York for the New York Film Festival.
Okay.
And I was talking to like some filmmakers and everything. It's definitely a thing where in the world, just movie making, I wouldn't say movie making, just movie is just dying because of online streaming. And I am guilty of that because instead of going out to the movies, I would stay home and watch Netflix. I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
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 So it's consumerism and
You
then
suck, Fauzi.
yeah, I suck, man. Like, oh, screw you, Fauzi. You're making a movie and then you're the one contributing.
yeah.
Okay, this is my next question then. That's a very
Yes.
good point. Did you consider an OTT release? Did you talk to any streaming platforms to go like, hey, we've got this thing and we think it's, it's cool and we've made it and we want to sell it to you? Was that even a part of the discussion?
That was always part of the plans, but not at the not at the initial stages, because the thing about going to the streamers, right, the OTT, for the viewers who don't know what OTT means, is over the top lah. So it's the technical term for streamers. So your Netflix, Amazon Primes, etc.
Thank
Disney
you.
Plus.
Yep.
The thing about that is, in Singapore, it's only Netflix left. Netflix is the only one with any presence left in, I think, Asia Pacific. I might be getting it wrong, but it's especially in Singapore. Amazon, they packed up, they left. HBO left. Who else? Disney Plus never had a presence in Singapore.
So when you say left, that means they don't take in local content.
They don't have an active presence in Southeast Asia, which leads to a lack of representation. There's nobody in that office saying, hey, let's look at picking up projects from this part of the world.
Right.
Netflix is the only one that's left. And once again, I could be wrong about this, because things that might have shifted. But from what I do know, Netflix, even though they still have presence in Singapore, their eyes are purely focused on East Asia. Japan, Korea. They're not looking at Southeast Asia content at all. And even if they are, they're looking at your growth markets. They're looking at
Indonesia,
Philippines, Vietnam. They are not looking at Singapore. And to me, the reason actually anyone who looks at it, right, is actually damn obvious. They don't need to care that much, because the digital penetration for Netflix in Singapore, right, is already so high. The only thing that will motivate them to start commissioning Singaporean content, even then it's a stretch of the imagination, right?
Yep.
Is that if Singapore viewers suddenly drop, Singapore subscribership of Netflix suddenly just nosedives, and then they go, I need to start commissioning more Singaporean content to bring these Singaporeans back. But even then, like I said, it's a stretch, because they themselves would be like, no, Singaporeans, that's a popular narrative, right? That Singaporeans don't watch Singaporean stuff. So even then, they probably still wouldn't do it.
Interesting.
So then that leads to this terrible effect where, sure, consumers, audiences have every right to look at just from their perspective, right? And they go, oh, this movie, will it be going on streaming? Will it be going on streaming? For the filmmakers, essentially, right? The moment they make the movie and we go immediately, streaming is your only way in.
Yep.
Netflix is not going to pay much for your movie. Then you are immediately committing to making a loss, because the moment you commit to Netflix that you have committed to release it on Netflix already, whatever price they're giving you, if it's not more than the amount that you made the movie for, you are actively making a loss, and you will not go into theaters, because the theaters will go.
It's already online.
It's already on. Why? That means there's no demand for it in theaters already. I'm not going to give you a slot, which is the worst outcome.
Wow.
You have done a film and distribution lesson in like 3 minutes. So everybody, big round of applause for Chai Hong. I think that's very good. As a film student, I completely got all of that. And I have some follow-up questions. This is really good. It sets a very interesting premise for why none of these OTTs are maybe picking up more local content. Because the first assumption as a creator, or rather as a consumer, is like, not good enough, lor. That's why they never go on Netflix. But like you said, there are other factors like, okay, maybe the subscribership is so high that they don't need to focus on local content.
Yeah.
And if you create Singapore-specific content from the Asia Pac or even the Southeast Asian market, it's a really small, specific niche market.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Which brings me to my next question. Okay, filmmaker has spoken. As someone who's been a part of the process as a cast member, is this film specifically for a Singaporean audience?
Wow.
There is only one right answer.
There's only one right answer for this. And Chai Hong is... There's a knife behind my back, and I just want to make sure...
It's out.
Oh, it's out, okay. Wow, this movie, huh? No, I'm just kidding. Wow. As an actor, when I saw the script, immediately I saw, oh wow, it's in English. Finally, a movie that's not in Mandarin and I have to read subtitles. Because as a kid growing up, I've watched a lot of movies that do so well, but it's for the Chinese community. And finally, we have a movie that's for everybody. And I don't want to cry talking about this, but Chai Hong, thank you so much for creating this for us, for everybody. And
He's crying, by the way.
I'm
Inside. He's such an actor there.
No, I've eaten antidepressants. I'm done taking antidepressants, so like now I know how to control my emotions.
Okay.
I thought this was a comedy podcast.
I've seen you like get angry so many times online. Shut up.
I'm a very angry person. No, but really, this movie is a testament of like what Singaporeans maybe need.
Okay.
Moving forwards.
Okay. So it is something that definitely it sounds like something Singaporeans can definitely enjoy. I guess my question is this something that the audience outside of Singapore will be able to appreciate? Given you've been an official selection at the New York Film Festival 2025, perhaps the short answer is yes. But I'm just curious, like in the process, I mean, what was it like? Were you creating something that was meant for us? Or was it something like a globally enjoyable film?
Wow. So I don't know whether this answer will once again be too technical. Stop me if I get too geeky.
Don't worry.
here.
Let's geek out, man. Let's geek out.
No, I love geeks. What?
Let's geek out and alienate my like mainstream audience who gives a shit.
With Singaporean, we can save the world, right?
Yep.
There, first and foremost, when we were writing the script, when I was thinking about the movie, it was always about Singaporeans. It's about Singapore. It's about Singaporeans. It's about showing Singaporean lives, Singaporean lives in our generation specifically. Actually,
What generation is this? Like your
generation. You look like you're one of us.
millennials are
Millennials.
I'm a
Millennials.
Xennial, by the way. Let's just have this discussion. Xennial.
You are Xennial?
What- what's that?
You don't.
Sorry?
Oh, you don't
See,
look like
you don't
it.
know. You are not woke enough, Fauzi. You know.
What's a Zen? Just take your age plus 10.
Oh.
No, that's boomer. That's Gen X.
Gen X. That's,
So yeah,
what's this?
halfway.
So I am like that
Older
hybrid between. I mean, in my opinion, right? I'm the hybrid between Gen X and millennial, where we were born in the early 80s, kinda.
Yeah.
So
No, valid.
It's all self-assigned, this
but
kind of
it
thing.
is-
It's really like
Self-assigned.
I identify as.
Correct.
I see.
I feel that I am somewhere in between.
Right,
He
right.
feels it's somewhere in between. No,
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
But you guys are obviously like you're born like what 90s kids,
90s
No,
kid.
80s.
80s also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just 2 years shy, like 88.
88 lah. It's 8 what?
Okay. So so fair. I think there's a lot of overlap when you say these generational things, right?
Yes.
So you're saying you created something for this generation of people where perhaps our dreams change as Singaporeans. Like it's no longer the 5 Cs.
Yeah.
Right? Our parents' generation, I want 5 Cs. Now everybody just want BTO and Hyrox, right? That's all. they
Oh,
care about.
is that why you want BTO and Hyrox?
You and I as well.
Your- not me.
priorities,
Not me.
I don't have both, so I should be worried.
Oh my god, I'm ready for Hyrox, guys. Let's go.
Sorry, carry on your discussion about you made this for people of this generation.
Yeah. Okay. When I say this generation, I really do mean younger generations of Singaporeans, and so Xennials and below, millennials, and I honestly, generational thinking, this kind of thing, it's not necessarily an age thing either.
Sure.
It's a whole confluence of different things. But I think the mindset that you describe, that whole shifting away from more material goals, is very much one of those things. So when we started thinking about what this movie was truly about, right? We really thought, I felt that at its core, it's showing people, it's showing us. But like any good movie, think Hollywood, think European movies, think Korean movies, Japanese anime. The good stories, the good movies, right, never make you feel, they could be talking about a world that you have no exposure to. It could be talking about the lifestyle in some village in Hokkaido. But so that's what the movie opens up a window into, right? But at its core, for you to actually identify with the story, it requires something deeper. It requires like universal themes. Let's say it's a movie about the relationship between a grandmother and a granddaughter. And those are maybe that's a move. In the story, it's about this grandmother and granddaughter in a village in Hokkaido, right? But as an audience, right, you can be anywhere in the world, and you can watch that and go, oh, I see the themes there. I see the themes at play. I see myself in this movie.
Got it.
That's good storytelling. That's the base of it, the foundations in order to allow you to give you that window to view into another culture and perspective.
Regardless of where it is set,
Yes,
the theme has to be universally relatable.
exactly.
And that's how a good story is told.
Yeah. So that was always at the forefront of whatever I was thinking. The picture we are painting with the movie is about Singapore, about Singaporeans. The core of it is a story about this disillusioned guy, disillusioned civil servant in Singapore, and Singaporean.
Played by Noah Yap.
Yeah. Who goes through life thinking, I want to save the world, I want to change the world in my own ways. But upon, hitting adulthood, upon entering the job, you realize, no, I can't do anything. Like, I'm just another cog in the machine. I'm not about to change the world. Like, can forget all those things. Just keep your head down, earn your pay, make sure you have a stable income, get your BTO, live life, get a wife, whatever. If you're heterosexual or homosexual, whatever. Then comes this story, this idea that our character, our protagonist meets an alien.
Okay, pause.
Okay.
So good.
Oh,
Okay.
are we
then-
telling too much
That
on the
means
movie?
the civil servant meets an alien. When you
Yes.
say like alien means illegal immigrant or like alien? Like
Alien.
They are also illegal aliens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also illegal technically.
So those of you watching on YouTube right now, we're gonna share the trailer.
Alex,
Yeah,
I finished the proposal. You want to take a look first?
I'll look later.
Yeah, it's really quite important.
What about my recycling bin? I asked you to find last week.
I tried to look for it, but I feel this one is more important.
Oh, this is more important than my recycling bin.
Hi, sir. What's your name? My name's Ryan. You have your IC with you? Hey,
Small thing one you cannot solve, you want to solve the big thing. What? What happened?
with the car ambulance.
No.
Why?
Why go? Please, why go? Who do you think you are?
I got my memory back.
Everybody here waiting for you to solve their problem?
Wake up, guys, wake up!
You think you're special?
What's happening?
Everyone spin with me!
Trust is worthless.
Dang! No!
Protecting people doesn't require trust.
Let's go save the world. You think I never reached Dragon Ball before, is it? Huh?
Whew, it always
Wow.
gives me the chills.
So exciting. Wow. Hey, well done. Good trailer, man. Objectively,
Yeah, objectively.
good trailer.
The thing that I'm always at pains to tell people is that Singaporeans can make good movies. Singaporeans are awesome. We are awesome. But we always come up against this mental block about ourselves, right? As an image, right? Oh no, Singapore movies cannot be interesting. Singapore movies are boring. Singaporean movies are a certain conjure up a certain image in our head that instantly strikes most people on our generation as unappealing. And we're like, no leh, the truth be told, we are capable of making maybe not Hollywood level production because Hollywood movies cost hundreds of millions of dollars. And there's just no way we can match that. But beyond that, we have the capabilities to make our movies look as good as like a $5 million, $10 million Hollywood movie. I truly believe that.
That's good.
Yeah.
I am excited to watch it. I haven't seen it, but watching the trailer, it really gives me some positive vibes on my Xennial body.
Nice.
Whatever that means. Fauzi, you come from a different world of show business, right? Mostly you've been an online creator. Even someone who's been doing a fair degree of social commentary in the past, in the recent past. You were heavily involved in the elections as well, creating content, talking to politicians, interviewing them, showing up when they least expect at the, I think I saw, what was it? At one of the CCs, was it? Or in some area?
You were at some voting.
At the polling station.
Right. Yes.
Got right?
It was at one of their rallies.
Rallies, okay, fair. Yes. So I'm just trying to understand, right? As a talent, as a creator, so that is one world. How different was it being one of the actors on like a feature film for you?
Ooh.
Because as a creator, you control all of that, right? You control the content, you control the editing, you control the writing, you control the performance. But now, for whatever duration of this shoot was, you were being told, this is the line. This is the emotion. This is the character. So anyhow, I cannot get angry at people making racist comment all.
Yeah, I seem like a very angry person on social media, but I'm actually very what is that?
Calm.
I'm actually very calm and
very wholesome.
in person.
I believe that.
But when time is due and you deserve it, I will give it to you lah. Usually,
I fully respect that.
Correct,
I understand that.
But yes, actually, when I was reading the script for this movie, I was like wondering, is this a movie about me? Because I was from government agency and I decided, hey, I'm destined for bigger things. And I left the government agency and I want to do, social media content and do creative things that are non-CPF
Generating.
Yeah, correct. Generating.
No CPF jobs.
Non-CPF jobs.
That's a real
but
dream.
I submit my own CPF just in case you wanna.
What?
Yeah, it's through Gyro. It's very important to submit yours.
I don't know where his office is.
No.
Whoa, hey guys, come man. You got a movie to promote.
Yeah, but as a content creator, yes, you do have some form of willpower to do to generate the kind of content that you want. But with the movie, I realized that there's also a power of collaboration as an actor as well. Yes, Chai Hong will write scripts that may be unhinged for my character, but sometimes after a few takes, he will say, hey, Fauzi, I really love what you did just now. Now you can do whatever you want.
Wow.
What directors say you can do whatever you want?
Well, your government agency got tell you that before.
Do whatever you want. Say no one ever.
Say no one ever. So this
Honestly, I like the way you work. From today, do whatever you want.
whatever you want. I'll still give you the bonuses.
We still give you CPF. No, you've actually touched on a really good point, right? This creative freedom, this collaborative energy that comes together on film sets. It's whatever experiences I've had have only been positive. Even in the most difficult of situations of making films where everything is against you, you have your crew, your fellow actors, your producer, whoever, you have all of them with you in this really sometimes difficult journey. When we just spoke about this thing about, working with the government agency in the past, I'm curious to understand, was there any government funding for this film?
Nope. Not
Zero,
at all. Zero.
Okay.
Right zero there.
Well, I guess the question is, did you submit any applications for it? Did you think about or did you consider like, hey, do you think the G will give me a bit of money to make my movie?
I think there were always thoughts lah, but then we were very firm about what kind of movie we were making. In that, we wanted to make a mainstream movie. We had, based on the vision that we had in mind, we had a feeling that we were thinking, okay, now we don't know lah, but we were thinking this movie should be able to earn money. This movie should be able to appeal and connect with Singaporean audiences and then earn revenue from there. then with that in mind, right, we actually went, okay, then we shouldn't go look for government money, because in my opinion, there are government grants out there from IMDA and Singapore Film Commission, and it almost feels like very often those grants right are more better suited for more art house leaning movies that are maybe not so we'll find it a bit tougher to find private equity investment just by virtue of what movies they are, and this is not like an indictment of like the quality of movie of the or the style of movie. It's really just that different kinds of movies require different kinds of funding.
Fair.
And if we can save the world, we went, no, actually I think if we pitch our cards right, we can get private investment, we can get people on board to buy into the vision of what this movie eventually should look like.
Were you right?
We were right. We managed to get the movie made. We managed to get a certain degree of private investment. And I think the very idealistic part of me, and I think a lot of people will be like, they will publicly tell me, and I'm sure you will, tell me, wow, all respect to you. But in private, they'll be like, I don't know, like people will be like, idiot. Which is that...
What you mean like for not taking government money?
Not even trying to seek it out. So I don't know whether... So I have told members of government official, like the government agency that if, and I dare to say that, if every single filmmaker our generation will only start making their movie when the government money comes in, we won't have
an industry.
We won't have an industry. We won't have a generation of filmmakers because the truth is government agents money is limited. So you have maximum 1 to 2 movies coming out a year. Then that's one, like let's say a movie even if it does super well, that's maximum like 2 months in an entire calendar year. So essentially you only have 2 Singaporean movies coming out per year. And we've seen the result of that for a very, very long time already. You barely have any Singaporean movies coming out of the woodwork. And the most chilling effect is for younger generations of filmmakers, because we are younger, we don't have those resources, then it results in this entire ecosystem where there are barely any movies from our generation speaking to our stories, speaking to our audiences out there at all. You will have filmmakers or films that respond to older audiences because that's money that's a bit more safe and guaranteed. Then it leads to this effect where I've been grappling with it a lot the past few months, right? Where the cinemas will go, hey, Singaporean audiences, the younger generation don't come to the cinemas, and the younger generation don't watch Singaporean movies. And in my head, yeah, you're right. And you know why? Because we have no movies out there that actually appeal to our generation. Why do you think we aren't going out to the cinemas when we have nothing that actually speaks to us?
Someone said because the popcorn is $20.
Then don't need the popcorn.
No, I take your point, right? Like if everybody waits for government funding, then how much money are they going to give out, and to how many films, right?
Exactly.
So to your face and behind your back, I will say that it is respectable that you made this move to get the private equities, people, billionaires or whoever you have got, right, with money, who are able to pump money into your film and your art to make it more palatable, or rather to make it more accessible to a wider audience. I think that is brilliant, and that is hopefully the way things continue to move forward, you know, because if the whole argument is that government never support, government never do this, okay lah, I mean, somebody can support, cannot support everybody lah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so if you feel that your venture can make money, then you get investors. It's just economics, right? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I hope that happens. Which brings me to my next question. It's for both of you, okay? Maybe we talk to the filmmaker later. The director. Writer-director, right?
Yeah.
Did you have a writing room?
No.
Solo?
Solo.
Okay. So maybe for Fauzi first, what do you think is the best case scenario as an end goal? Not just as an actor, but as a part of this entire project. Best case scenario.
Wow.
Are we thinking, okay, like, let me just put out some things when I was a filmmaker.
Still.
And nobody watched my movies. The first short film I made in second year of uni, I got some family members to come and watch at my uncle's house because he had a big screen TV at the time. The family all these older Indian uncles all come, sat down, all drink some beer, eat some biryani, all say, hey, let's watch Rishi's movie. Aircon on, fella sat in front of a big couch within 10 minutes.
Fella was tired lah.
Bro, the fella snoring even before halfway through the film. And then it's like, oh, your movie very intense. And then he went home. Basket. So, I mean, I guess...
Audience lah.
Yeah, audience.
Audience.
No. I don't want to blame the audience, okay? Now, in this life, I'm a stand-up comedian. You never blame the audience. It's always on you, right?
Wow.
You take
I love
responsibility.
that. Yeah, I take responsibility, accountability. I love that.
If, they don't laugh, it's on you. You go and figure it out. What, are you performing in the wrong room? Or are you doing the wrong joke? Or do you need to shift? I always see myself first. So I approach that as a filmmaker as well. So my question is the end goal A, make money and make profits from this project? Is it critical acclaim? Is it to be able to make enough money to then pump into the next project? Where it's like any business, right? Is that the model where, okay, maybe my first film may not make money, but it makes me back enough money for me to pump into my next film, which then makes a bit of cash?
So it sounds more of the business side, which is yours probably. So the onus on you. But I feel like, just sitting with you, because we've had like presentations to like potential investors and everything, just seeing the way you run the business and the way you're so passionate about it. All these people who get on the project, it feels like this movie might just be a start of something bigger. Like the community is really power to the people kind of feeling, and I love that wholesome vibe. And of course, if it makes money, then you make another movie, then just hire me again lah.
That's what I wanted you to get at. That's the best case, that you get another job from this.
But yeah, I feel like it's from a top-down kind of effort, and it's amazing because it's really the people's movie. And I really love that. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So for you are of the mindset that hopefully this does well enough for it to continue going for Chai Hong as a director, as a writer, as maybe a producer or a production company, whatever that is. And you want to see this continuing to happen. And
more creative people in Singapore just, want to thrive.
Yeah, and being inspired by the success of this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because like we talk about the chilling effect, if there's something negative that happens, there's also a motivational, inspiring effect if something positive happens. So if this does well, who knows, it might inspire the next generation or even your peers to go, oh, actually, this is possible to be done. And it is my hope that that is what happens. Chai Hong, tell me, what is best case scenario for you?
Wow, that was my answer actually.
Okay.
So it's about inspiration, right? And that inspiration goes on two sides, both sides of that divide, which is the best case scenario is that we inspire audiences, Singapore audiences, to go, hey, actually Singapore movies don't have to look a certain way. Singaporean movies can mean so much more. Singaporean movies can be exciting, can be hilarious, can be whatever the hell they want. And as well as showing Singapore. Because people always have, like I mentioned, a certain image of Singapore that we cannot shake off. I think movies have a huge part to play in that.
Yeah.
That we see something on our screens that makes our own lives, our own country, our own culture larger than life, and we go, that's fun, that's fantastic. I'm proud of it. So we want to inspire audiences to start thinking that way, so that people are a bit more receptive to local culture, and not just receptive, but they celebrate, they actually actively seek it out and are proud of it and show the world, tell the world about their own culture, which is what a lot of, we're often very envious about other countries of whenever filmmakers from Japan, Korea, US, France, they all are proud of their culture because a lot of it gets shown on screen. And they get to see themselves, other people get to see them. So that's one part, right? We inspire audiences to start opening their eyes and realizing that, hey, we are something.
Not just Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah. Not just Crazy Rich Asian or Jack Neo. Because that is a certain image, like it or hate it. Because he, for the most part, has been the front runner for mainstream audiences, for commercial filmmaking. So everyone has this certain image that, commercial filmmaking has to look like Xennial movies. I'm here to inspire everyone and say, no, it can look like so much more. It can look like my movie. It can look like We Can Save the World. It can also look like another filmmakers. There's so many different kinds of movies that can come out from Singapore, which brings me to the inspiration for the other side, which is the filmmakers, the creatives, the writers, the directors, the producers, to go, actually, I can do something too. I can, of course, status quo and just not do anything and just wait for government money. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but very often that is the mindset that we come up with. I came up with that mindset as well. But what if looking at We Can Save the World as a model, look at this bunch of idiot filmmakers as a model, as a source of inspiration, that I could go out and try to pitch and figure out how to make my movie in whatever way means possible as well. Because now I know that the Singaporean audiences are now waiting and looking forward to seeing other kinds of things. So it's a sea change that comes together. And this is something that I often speak with like my peers about. We often speak about it, but it's very hard to do. A Singapore New Wave. And this is something that comes from other countries as well. There's a French New Wave, the Korean New Wave, like all your Bong Joon-ho's, all those Korean filmmakers, right? They come from, there's a whole generation of filmmakers that came out together.
Is that happening now, you think, in Singapore?
Very hard. Very hard. Like I said, if there are only 2 movies per year, there's no wave. That's just a little ripple. And then before that ripple even finishes, right, someone steps in it already.
Do you go to other filmmakers who maybe are not your peers, but the seniors in the industry, and you have this conversation?
So on this topic, not specifically with them. I mean, I chat with them about other things, but with this kind of thing, it's like there's still I wouldn't dare to immediately just say, let's do it together, because I mean, this is my first movie, right? They have done like a bit dumb, right, to say this kind of thing. But to me, what's most striking about it, right, is that when I zoom out, right, it's not just that. Okay, so Jim Fong, Anthony, Jack, they all do movies that's in their style, in their own voice. What I lament is more filmmakers from their own age group coming out together and making things together, so that Singapore filmmaking is undeniable. So that if you like Jim Fong's style, Jim Fong's movies are there for you to watch. If there's another style, there's something for everyone. Problem is right now, the distance, the amount of time between filmmakers and releasing their movies, from filmmaker to filmmaker, just from the similar age group, filmmaker to filmmaker from another age group, you barely have anything coming out, to the point that it feels like, even though there are, like, let's say Jim Fong can release a movie, let's say he didn't release a movie last year, but let's say Anthony released a movie last year. It feels like an eternity, because it feels like I have not watched a Singapore movie in ages. And that's the effect that when we don't have, the effect is, if we have Singapore New Wave, everywhere we turn, we see Singaporean stories that's worth watching. That is the goal. That is the dream.
And of course, I mean, I don't want to put words into your mouth, but is commercial gains a part of this journey? Because you say yourself, right, this is not something that you went to the government with because you thought that, hey, this has legs for us to make money.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Commercial gains are definitely part of the picture, and it's also part of that, right? The entire spectrum. There are movies that fulfill, their film are a bit more artistic, that hit a bit deeper for audiences. So because of that, maybe the amount of sheer number of audiences that will pay to watch this movie, not as much.
Okay.
That doesn't change the fact that it's a damn good movie. Then you have movies all across the entire spectrum coming out. Then that would be like, oh my God, that's a Singapore New Wave. Then we will go, we love Singapore. We love Singapore movies. When that happens, I think that will be a dream.
Are there any big wigs or big time filmmakers or production teams or names that, like, someone who's not very well versed in the film world might know, who are involved in the back end of this movie? Or is it like literally private investors with just people with money?
Second option.
Second one, okay.
Yeah, second. Because the thing is, investors with money or with any insight, right, they wouldn't look at Singapore as a prime location to be investing their money. Because
when it comes to filmmaking, you mean?
Yeah, when it comes to filmmaking. Because we as filmmakers haven't provided them with a potential map for the future. So it's a chicken and egg thing, right? We often we have to create stuff to even sell the vision. We have to create we have to create an idea and a promise and a vision so that investors will go, okay, I can see the vision. Let us go there together.
I see the potential in this.
Yeah.
Let me put my money there.
Yeah.
Do you feel, Fauzi, that not limited to filmmaking, but in any kind of cultural or arts or entertainment or even to a degree, I would say sports, do you feel like a Singaporean product has to get global recognition or regional recognition before they are taken seriously in Singapore?
Ooh, that's a very good question, actually. Wow.
I'm not right or wrong, just curious what your opinion is on that.
I find that it has to happen that way somehow.
Okay.
When I mention just to my friends,
Sure.
I just tell them, hey, I'm going to New York. I'm going to New York to release my film over there, and it was full house. And I was crying on my social media platform. I was like, oh my God, it was full house. Don't know who these people are, first of all, and they're watching a Singaporean movie. I think I cried even more after the movie where we were just sharing our experiences. The moviegoers,
Okay.
they were telling us, oh my God, we can see Singapore.
Wow.
We finally can see Singapore. It's so interesting to see Singaporean movie film
Yep.
at New York Film Festival. And then I tell my friends and they say, oh my God, congratulations. It's so big for you.
Yep.
So I always find that, okay, yes, you're right. We have to make it big somewhere else first, and then Singaporeans go, hey, yeah, this is ours.
This is ours.
Yeah. Mine. It's mine. My friend, that one is my friend.
Wow.
So, as in, there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
But also, maybe this movie might be the movie that inculcates some kind of culture where, hey, Singapore, we should just be proud from within. You know, there's so many great things, and we can do a lot of great things. And I hope that this movie embodies that.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Is there been an experience, Cheng Hong, as well?
Similar. So
Similar.
actually identical in terms of both what the reality actually is and what the hope is. That because deeper than that, when I look at it, I'm really thinking, but us premiering in New York, right, in a very tangible and real way, means nothing to Singaporean audiences.
Actually.
It doesn't matter to you, as in, like, that really doesn't impact you, because at the end of the day, you haven't watched the movie. The movie hasn't premiered in Singapore. No, there's no buzz in Singapore yet, but then there's a sense, wow, y'all went New York, must be a big shot.
That's the perception, right? It is. I mean, well, okay, I'll speak from my experience as a comedian. When I was starting out, right, I was doing like weekly shows at a small club in Singapore.
Okay.
They were like $10 nights, open mic. And I was new. It was okay. It was fun. It wasn't my job or whatever, but it was cool, right? People would show up and they'd be like, okay, this fella, his face very long, haha, so funny, whatever. And then I
Sorry
go,
for laughing. Sorry. No.
I held it in.
Yeah.
You're respectful, you
Yeah.
biadab.
What the hell?
No, I laugh at myself, so I understand.
His name is on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in case.
man.
Okay, yeah,
you know
shit.
who I got? My investors me and my wife, don't fool around, okay?
Oh!
Wait, did you
But is that you,
Photoshop
though?
the chin?
Yeah, is that?
Hey, no lies, real lah, bro. Relax. I got some dude in Lithuania on Fiverr to design this during COVID, okay? It's a special relationship we have.
Nice.
No, so okay, as a comedian in Singapore, for example, right? I went out very early in my career. I went to do some comedy competition, right, in Hong Kong. Nobody knew who I was, but it just I just go do, and then when you win that competition, you get some money, and then you get hooked up with spots in New York City.
Ooh.
No Singaporean comedians at that time had done some of these clubs, like Gotham Comedy Club, The Strip, Comic Strip Live. And these are where your heroes have performed at the same stage, and you're like, damn, So it's only when I started going, I went, okay lah, nobody knows me, I got nothing to lose, right? So I go there, I die on my ass for some gigs, I kill at some gigs. But just the fact that on Facebook at the time, Instagram haven't come yet, you put up like, perform in New York City. It's like, what? When is your next show in Singapore, man? And these are people who never come to the show in Singapore before. But suddenly they're like, what? You perform in New York City? I mean, it's like a 5-minute spot. It's a weird thing, but I'm guessing that's similar to your experience as well, right? Like, just because you went to New York City, and I'm not saying that's a small thing, it is a big deal for the film, right? Because now you've got that credit that people suddenly wake up and go like, oh, this movie, New York. Okay. I'll buy the ticket on GB.
Who are you? Who is his
this
impression of?
person?
Which uncle, which random Chinese uncle are you imitating now?
My neighbor.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
your
okay.
neighbor. Okay. He knows you. Does he know that you're doing this impression of him?
No.
Do you live in the same place? Because like, since I
also have, right?
I
Yeah,
also
yeah.
have this neighbor.
I got the generic elderly Chinese person impression down. 18 September is the premiere of We Can Save the World. It's got a fantastic cast. You've got one of them in the studio here with us. We've got Fauzi, who's otherwise been on social media as a creator, as an influencer, as a satirist. Even can I call you that?
Wow.
Can, right?
Wow.
Satirist, right?
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
Social commentator.
Yeah, can you
Social
live up?
commentator? Can I live up to that? Oh my god.
Yes, yes.
Politicizing my content. Wow.
Correct. You got to do
I do
satirical content.
satirical content.
Can.
Thank you so
This
much.
one don't need approval to like say what you are. Just you
Correct.
happy can already.
Later you email me. I want to put on my social media.
Who else is in the film? You've got Noah Yap again.
Yes, Noah Yap.
Very talented, a good friend that I've worked with. Daisy Irani is there also.
Yes, she is.
It's a pleasure working with her.
Cool. I've got a lot of good people who I have had the pleasure of working with. And
in fact, we were like, oh no, has this person worked with Rishi?
really, yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
But you didn't bother calling Rishi to work on the film. What is this?
Very nice out of the water.
Huh? Wow. Keep quiet and drink from your cup now. Well,
And then we have Shen. We have Shen as well.
You've never worked with her, I believe.
I
No.
don't. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't imagine. Maybe not.
You need to
Yeah,
start
maybe.
working with her, I guess.
Correct, yeah, to keep up the theme here.
If you're a young filmmaker and it's your first film, I don't know how many people tell you this, and you're hoping to exhibit your film in Singapore. I don't think people know that, if you're a first timer, no one's gonna come and roll out the red carpet to say, come to my cinema.
Exactly.
I block out all 1 week for no, it doesn't work that way,
That's
right?
what, no one cares. The truth is, sometimes, especially if you've gone to an international film festival, you carry a certain, not the more artsy-fartsy ones, like your Cannes International Film Festival or like Venice.
Yep.
You actually do come with a certain tag attached to you, which is that your movie is probably going to be high art and that it's
Highbrow kind of
highbrow storytelling, and that the regular Akong Amas are not going to be able to watch it and understand it, and they are not going to pay for it, and hence the big cinema chains are a lot less likely to want your movie in their cinemas. It's very scary.
Yeah, and that's why I guess this is the specific reason the demise of a place like the Projector is so detrimental to the film world in Singapore,
Yeah.
right? You are literally in the eye of that storm as a first-time feature film producer, director. It's upsetting, but
Hello.
well, I have immense respect for you to continue this fight, and I'm rooting for you and the team, and cannot wait to watch the film. And I hope it goes very well.
Yeah.
I really, really am looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Any final messages for the future of filmmakers in Singapore?
The common theme that always comes up is make movies for people. It sounds like such a lame thing to say, right? But this analogy that I often trot on, I think it's by Denis Villeneuve, the director of Dune 1, Dune 2, Arrival. He said that if the world ended, he was the only person left alive. He wouldn't be making movies. He wouldn't be telling stories. And to me, that is a heavy message because it says a lot. You take an analogy to its furthest extent, right? It means that movies were made to be communicated to people. Movies were made to be shown to people, to be told to people. And very often, in Singapore, we've fallen into the trap of, I've fallen into the trap of thinking, no, I make a movie, I'm the first audience as a director. I want to make movies for myself. And there is there's merit to that perspective. I suspect for a lot of filmmakers in Singapore who come from, especially from film school backgrounds, right, myself included once again, we hold that perspective a bit too dearly. That we go, I'll make a movie that will satisfy myself first and foremost. I make myself happy. I'm going to make a movie that I will be proud of. Then we forget that, actually the movie is meant for other people. It's meant to entertain, it's meant to exhilarate, it's meant to titillate, whatever. It's meant to be made for people. That's the kind of thinking that I realized very early on when I wanted to make We Can Save the World. That this movie is made for Singaporeans. I wanted to entertain Singaporeans. I didn't want to make a movie that would alienate Singaporeans. I want the akong, the ama, my mom, that archetype, right, to watch a movie and be entertained and not fall asleep. I want my friends to who are not part of in the film industry, who are engineers, who are accountants, to watch the movie and go, oh shit, this is fun.
Yeah.
I want all of these people, specifically once again, younger generations, to watch a movie and go, oh shit, this is fun. I want to, like, that ending is crazy. I want to get my friends to come and watch.
Whoa.
Like, that is what I would say to people. That of course there are movies that you can make for yourself, but have some thought about it. What is a movie that you want to make for other people?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that thought. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, Chai Hong. Fauzi, how about you, man?
I will probably be echoing what Chai Hong says, but I think Chai Hong, you have created this space of like paving the way for the youth in Singapore. There's some light in the media industry. So I go to schools as well to volunteer back and give back and to, share a little bit more about what the industry is like. So when kids come up to me and then they say, hey, Fauzi, I want to be a content creator and actor. And then I laugh a bit, ha 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 ha. And
That's your laughter.
Whoa. Whoa.
Are you texting
are
them?
you sure?
That's like weird. If I was a kid and then this gentleman said, I'm like, Mom, I don't know what this uncle is laughing at me for.
This uncle, yeah, correct.
Suddenly around you, a lot of airspace, just 2 meters, everyone just takes a step back.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
And I will tell them, hey, it's more than just hard work. As a content creator as well, I've paved the way for what I churn out on social media. It's how you value add to the community. And when I say community, it's about building the space, the safe space that you want for everybody. And what Chai Hong mentioned, it's creating a space for Singapore, essentially. And I hope that this will resonate very far and wide, because this is home.
Oh boy. Okay.
Truly.
Oh boy.
Where I know I must
I
be.
got ambushed.
Where my dreams wait for me.
This is not the ending we
Where
planned.
the river always
We're going to use that to roll out
This is home.
credits for
Surely
the Rishi Report SG60
as
podcast
my
series
senses
featuring
tell me
Chai Hong and
this
Fauzi.
is where I
We're
want
going to be having a fantastic film called We Can Save the World, premiering 18th September in Singapore. Go watch it. We'll leave some links in the description below. I've been Rishi Budhrani. We'll see you on our next episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.